Hello, Gabriel.
Hello, Martina.
What changed when I started the recording?
It's like I somehow built a glass between the camera and me. So it's like I know I'm recorded. I know I'm watched. It's like in a display when you are in the on the street at some shops and you look into the display, what's displayed. I'm on display right now, and you're too. And it's like the sensation of how big or how transparent and visible the space is changed. And it's more important what words I use and how I present myself, because others might judge me for who I am at the moment, or in 2 years think that I'm still this person that I used to be now.
And what does this class help or change?
I don't, for me, it changes that I don't speak up so much about what's really going on with me. It's like I'm telling more of a story of what I want the world to see, instead of showing who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really scared to not do that. I'm really scared to not do that, and to I don't know, act as if I wouldn't be recorded. I don't know if this is even possible.
You act like if something would not be that is. It is, and
Yeah.
you try to pretend that it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm more careful of what word I use. And also I think I speak more clearly, and I try to pronunciate the words more easily to understand, because usually when I speak, it's very sloppy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we do that in English, and normally your mother language is German. So
yeah.
So for me, that gets when we switch over into English, that thing gets like more artificial, or künstlich.
It's an extra barrier.
Do you think that this interview is more is? Do you think that it helps for the quality of those interviews to have those glass? Do you?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's limiting something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's keeping things off on the side at a distance.
And which are those things?
The things that like would be there if I talk about what's really going on, and maybe all the trouble and pain I'm in, or all the joy I have, and yeah, it's like what did I learn last week, or what did I learn today, or something that's more real. And I think when I'm more real, the things I say land differently in you, or in the people I speak to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you have two people who have to give a talk, and one person is really burning for the topic and the other one is not really burning for the topic, and the one that's burning for the topic is more convincing, and it has more energy in the space, and is more alive and more present there. And I think that's something that's missing when this like recording button is pressed.
So could you take that away?
I don't know how. Like I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could maybe fake it or somehow, but I don't think it's really I'm really able to do it at the moment.
Could you try to do that energetically with your energetic hands? Mm-hmm. Oh, Gabriel, what's going on in your life?
I have a lot of grief at the moment. That I have. I'm doing an experiment and for many weeks already, and it brings up so much sadness about, well, in a way, yeah, of relationships and of isolation and of who I became, in a way, what decisions I did in my life, and that brings me to the person that I am. I have a lot of grief about that.
What would you tell more about the experiment that you are doing? What is it about?
It's a like possibility management process of unmixing feelings, and I do an unmixing feeling 3 times a week for, I don't know, however long it takes. Sometimes it's 3 minutes and sometimes it's half an hour, and I somehow separate all the mixed emotions that I have within me to get to the deeper layers, and usually there's a lot of sadness that has never been really expressed, and that has been numbed or pressed down by fear. And so I take the fear away and I take the anger away, and there's just a lot of sadness. And it's also, it used to be about forgiving the process. It used to be also about other people, that what they did to me or something, or how they hurt me in a way, and to accept the fact that everyone will be hurt, and it's just part of life, and to forgive these people and to not carry around so much resentment and anger. So this is the second part of the experiment, is to forgive and to speak it out loudly, to like have the person energetically in front of you and speak out what is, that you forgive them. Yeah.
Forgive for me is a word that the church uses. What is it for you to forgive?
It's to be okay with the fact that things happen.
Mm-hmm.
To have acceptance. Forgiveness is accepting the fact and not carrying around any grudge or any anger against the person, but to have acceptance and to somehow close the topic and put it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because in a way, when I take responsibility for my life, I didn't say the boundary, or as a child, maybe I couldn't say the boundary for things. And so it's also my responsibility next time to set a boundary when it's necessary, or to say stop. And so it doesn't mean that I over and over repeat the same pattern and say, okay, that's okay, I forgive you. It's more about like, okay, this is in the past and I've changed and the people have changed, and yeah, I don't need to resent myself or my parents for something that happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's a crazy experiment. I wanted to do it for 3 months, like a 3-3-3, 3 months of 3 times a week, somehow minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I already did 2 months, and I think I'm gonna do it at least 2 more months, maybe even 3 more months. It's really intense. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for putting away that class.
Yeah, thank you for the experiment.
Yeah. Okay. See you next week. Okay, well.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.